What's up gamers, Fortnite has just released its new season and I'm going to be going through all of the things that you need to know so that you have the best chance of getting your crowns by the time this season kicks off. We'll be going through all of the changes that have been made, all of the new items in the game, as well as all of the best points of interest to go through. We are going to be starting off with Fortnite's new map, and although there are many points of interest that have been added into this game, I'm going to be going over these top 4. Starting off, we have the Underworld, and as you can see, it is a beautiful landscape. From this area here, we are going to be focusing in on 2 separate areas. Of this area here, we are first going to be looking at the Underworld. This is the location where Hades will be found, and you can get his medallion and unique items. I will also be going over later in the video what these items are and what these effects from the medallions are going to be doing, because it is different from last season. A second look, we're going to be taking a look at Grim Gate. This is where you'll be able to find Cerberus as well as his medallions and items. And finally, taking a look over on the other side, starting with Brawler's Battleground. This is where Ares will be, along with his items and medallion. And finally finishing up with the most iconic location, Mount Olympus, where Zeus can be found with his items, mythic item, and medallion. Now the reason for starting with these points of interest are because these are the locations where you'll be able to get medallions. Medallions have changed a lot from the previous season. Before, all you had was 50 shield that would regenerate, but the caveat was that your location would be shared with other players in the map. Generally, most people chose to drop the medallion so that they wouldn't give away their location, but in this season, the passive effects that get applied could be game-changing for your playstyles. Starting with our first one, we're going to be talking about Ares Medallion. This is going to be the Combat Medallion. It imbues your ranged weapons with increased damage. This is going to be perfect for all you sharpshooters out there that like to go out and rack up kills from a distance. Next up is Hades with the Siphon Medallion. It is going to be giving you healing siphon effects on enemy eliminations. This is going to be perfect if you are in a 4v1 situation, because it is going to allow you to heal off of each person that you take down, giving you a great chance of being able to take out an entire enemy team all by yourself. Next up, we have Zeus's Speed Medallion, which will allow you to run faster and jump higher while sprinting. This is going to be great for getting across the map as quickly as possible, as well as closing the gap on your enemies when the firefight starts. And lastly, we have Cerberus's Agility Medallion. This will allow you to gain charges of Underworld Dash over time for a quick burst of mobility. This is going to be perfect for jumping in and out of combat very effectively. Next, we're going to have to talk about all of the new weapons that have come into the game. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on every single one. Instead, I'm currently showing you on screen all of the different weapons as well as their stats so that you can pause the video and take a look at which ones you want and see the differences in power between each one to determine what you're going to want in your loadout at the end of the game. As well as with these new weapons in the game, we also have 2 new attachments which are great for some of your guys' playstyles out there. Now first up, we have the Thermal Scope, which is a ×2 scope and allows you to toggle on and off its thermal effects. Second, we have the Speed Grip. This is going to allow you to move faster while aiming down sights, which will be perfect for all of you close range fighters. And finally, we are going to be talking about 3 unique items that are being added into the game. First up, we are going to be talking about the Chains of Hades. Now the Chains of Hades has 2 separate attacks. The first one can be performed by simply using the attack button. You'll be able to do 2 quick slashes followed by a downward powerful AoE attack. The second one you can do by aiming first, then you spin your chain. Then by pressing the attack button, you'll be able to perform a single long-ranged attack with this weapon. Up next, we have Zeus's Lightning Bolt. By hitting the attack button with this weapon, you will fly up into the air, then shoot down 2 lightning bolts that do AoE damage, followed by a third powered up lightning bolt attack. Lastly is the Wings of Icarus. With the Wings of Icarus, you soar through the skies and dive bomb your enemy foes below. This is probably going to be working similar to the Anvil in previous seasons. So those are the updates for the start of the new Fortnite season. But wait, we still have to talk about future updates for this season, such as the return of the floor is lava. Many longtime Fortnite gamers will recognize this as Midas's game mode, and along with that, Midas is going to be getting a new cosmetic outfit, making him appear more like a Greek god version of himself. And as well with that, Midas has touched the lava of the map, turning it into gold. And if you want to know what that map is going to look like when the lava has fully taken over the map, here it is. And in April, all the people that are out there using Fortnite Crew can be receiving a new Ares skin. And some last bit of news for a potential update in the future, the game could see the appearance of Chewbacca's blaster. And who knows, maybe with this blaster we may be getting a Chewbacca skin. So all of you Star Wars fans, go ahead, freak out. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end, and if it was helpful, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and sharing it with your friends. Because until YouTube recognizes me as a human being, that's the only way I'm going to get noticed. Until next time, happy hunting, gamers.